Hey guys, by Austin Ramos, and today we are going to be talking about the New England Patriots coming to visit the Miami Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium this December 20th at 1 o'clock p.m. and it is on CBS. Now, with all that being said, Patriots are 6-5 and 2-5 away. Dolphins are 8-5 and 4-3 at home. So not the best of records for both teams on their respective what they're doing as of right now. But this is the Dolphins' last home game, and I'm pretty sure they don't want to end it off as 4-4. And with that being said, let's go up into ESPN Matchup Predictor. Patriots are favored in the ESPN Matchup Predictor at 51.7% with a tie at 0.4%. And then the Dolphins are at 47.9% chance of winning. And I expect that to change a little bit before game time tomorrow. But let's go to some of the betting odds. And the spread is +3 for the Patriots, -3 for the Dolphins. Money line is 105 for the Patriots, -125 for the Dolphins. Over under is at 41.5. I would probably go with the under here. Patriots have a nice running style that limits how many points they really score. I don't see both teams scoring above 20 points, and I don't see one team scoring 10 and 30. So let's see what happens. But we're gonna skip the season leaders this episode. I'll just mention Cam Newton's stats right now. So he's a Patriots passing leader. He has 199 completions for 301 attempts, 2,172 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. So that is a huge stat. You know, obviously he has a lot of rushing yards, but those numbers are not really good for a quarterback. Let's be honest. When you have double the interceptions to touchdowns ratio, obviously you have a lot of rushing touchdowns, but still, this is not good. Now, when we look at the Patriots' injuries, their place kicker Nick Folk, he is questionable. So is J.J. Taylor, the running back. Julian Edelman is on injured reserve, and then Damian Harris and Dante Moncrief. Damian Harris, running back, Dante Moncrief, wide receiver. Both of those guys are out for the Patriots. For the Miami Dolphins, everyone's listed as questionable that I'm about to mention. That is Bobby McCain, the safety, Jerome Baker, linebacker, Landon Roberts, linebacker, Kyle Van Noy, linebacker, and Eric Flowers, offensive guard. Now let's see some of the averages for both teams. So the Patriots average and allow about 21 points per game. Dolphins are averaging 25 points per game and then allowing around 18 points per game. Then when we look at offensive yards output, Patriots average 345 with 198 of them coming from passing, and then 147 of them coming from rushing. Then the Dolphins are averaging 335 in total, and then averaging 240 passing, and then 95 rushing. Now, when it comes to defense, both teams, Dolphins are allowing more yards, about 30 yards more per game. So Dolphins are averaging 384 yards per game on defense, and 264 of them are coming from the passing game, 120 coming from the rushing. And then when you look at the Patriots, 352 total, 228 from the passing, and then 124 from the rushing. So, last 5 games for both teams, they both have a 3-2 record in their last 5 games, and it's funny because they've lost and won on the same weeks. So, the week of November 15th, both teams won. Baltimore, the Patriots beat Baltimore, and then the Dolphins beat the Chargers, and then Patriots lose to Houston, and Dolphins lose to Denver. Then Patriots beat the Cardinals, Dolphins beat the Jets. And then the Patriots, beat the Chargers, Dolphins beat the Bengals, and then both teams lose on this last week that just happened. Patriots lost to the Rams, and then the Dolphins lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. And Patriots are still in the playoff hunt, but a loss this week will pretty much eliminate them. And as of right now, the Dolphins really need to start winning, making sure that they secure that last spot in the wild card, because right now they're at the 7th seed, but they're tied with the Ravens, and they need the Ravens to lose in order to almost pretty much guarantee their spot. But as long as the Dolphins win, they are doing their best chances of getting in. Now, with that being said, let's talk more about the game, and we'll go more into the playoff picture as the weeks progress. As you see, we have 2 more weeks after this week of regular season, and hopefully we can do another video in the postseason. But with that being said, We're going to go over some things that the Dolphins could do to win this game. And first and foremost is to not allow Cam Newton to run out of pocket as much. If we can limit Cam Newton's running style, running game, whatever you want to call it, that will be very vital to the Dolphins' success this upcoming Sunday. Now, obviously, Patriots have been developing a rushing attack, and it really hurt the Dolphins week one when the team first faced off each other. And this upcoming week, it's going to be seeing who can be a little bit better on both sides of the ball. So the Dolphins struggled a little bit there offensively week one, while the Patriots were just having their way rushing all over the Dolphins. Now, this upcoming Sunday, Dolphins I feel like have improved very vitally, and the Patriots kind of have been kind of the same team. If anything, they've kind of regressed, and that's something that the Dolphins are definitely going to have to be looking forward to coming into this game. But if the Dolphins can limit Cam Newton's rushing success, then that will just set them up to force them to pass, which I feel like the secondary is very, very good at taking advantage of teams that are in that situation, especially if the Dolphins were able to get a very good pass rush on the quarterback. It'll be very, 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 very good. So that's a lot of varies for you. And then let's go offensively. So the Dolphins offensively need to, obviously, one, protect Tua Tagovailoa. You've seen in the past couple weeks that when the Dolphins have been protecting him, good outcomes have happened. It was against the Bengals that I think he was only sacked like once, and the Dolphins had an amazing game. During the comeback, Tua was getting pressure a lot, and the offensive line was able to hold up against the Chiefs, and a little short, but that was, unfortunate. A lot of his skill players were out, and then we also have to maintain a focus on running the ball well. Once we can execute that, Dolphins are looking really good, and it's going to be vital to see that because there's no Malik Gaskin. He's still in the coronavirus protocol, and he's still waiting to get that negative test. And as of late, they haven't made any news, so it looks like he's not going to be playing this upcoming Sunday. Now, that's unfortunate, but the Dolphins need to allow other players to get the ball, especially rushing, because we're getting close to possibly making the playoffs. And you can't just depend on one guy, Myles Gaskin, to lead the rushing charge. We need to have Matt Breida, Savon Ockman, whoever it is, Patrick Laird. Whoever can get touches on the ball running-wise, that's going to be good. But involving the wide receivers early and often is going to be very good for the Dolphins this upcoming game. And really test that Patriots defense, which has kind of looked lackluster this entire year. But they haven't been so bad. I wouldn't say that they've been looking horrendous, but they could look a lot better. Obviously, they had a lot of opt-outs coming into the season, and that has hurt them. But they've overcome it a little bit. They've been allowing almost 21 points a game, which is not so bad. But in games when you play teams like the Rams and you only score 3 points and they score 24, it's not looking good for the Patriots. So hopefully the Dolphins could win. And with that being said, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and check out my Twitter and Instagram @ByAustinRamos. See you later.